Hello,
Hey
welcome
everyone,
everybody. Hi, this is
welcome
the
back. Welcome
Gen
back.
V back to you're coming back. You should be here from the
You
other video,
should.
part one, where
Yeah.
we are breaking down the show that we had in Auckland. It is our first musical improv, our first live video, or our first live in-person show. First one we were playing
Yes.
ukulele. First time I ever played ukulele in public, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And we did the first scene already, so go back and listen to the intro and the first scene commentary from part one. We're gonna see how long we can get through part two right now. Here we go. So leaving off, this is the end of the first scene. Raucous applause.
You'll see, Mom. You'll see.
And there's one of your favorite lines. Yeah.
Yes, the transition line.
Where should we go now?
I reckon cut to.
And so I just talked over it here, but basically I just said, where should we go next? And this was the something I had never done in an improv show before, I don't think, but basically brings the audience in on the process. That was kind of how we decided we were going to do this particular show.
Yes, and you said as well that you've been threatening that you will do that in a show.
Y-
And you've done it.
yes.
You've
And we
achieved the
and we've done
threat.
it. Yay!
Do you with like a best friend of some sort?
So best friend or some sort of
Yeah, yeah. What do you reckon?
All right.
How you going, mate?
Oh,
I'm
I'm-
excited. I'm excited.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna do well. The test, mate. Yeah.
No,
What? What
No.
is it?
it's my fifth time.
Well, you know what they
So
say: 6 times.
So here, just want to say real quickly,
Yeah.
the audience and maybe my fellow improviser might be wondering, like, why is he all of a sudden so nervous? The answer is, I don't know. And
No, I think it was good. I think it was good because we needed a delineation from the last scene, and you were still obviously the same character. And as we were talking about last time about me being side characters a lot of the time, I completely changed my posture and stuff. So it's realistic to think that a character is going to show different sides of themselves. I mean, he's not going to
exactly.
show that to his mum. This is his best friend. He's going to be more intimate. He's going to be more vulnerable with his best friend.
Perfect. And so if we're not starting off with different object, we're showing where we're at. It showing maybe a different emotion is a way to go here. I have a school that's largely based on Meisner-based, emotion-based improv, where I just encourage people to start with one emotion and see where it goes. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, oh God, why am I doing this? But I always know that if I start with some emotion, it gives information. Like gave you information where you basically said, why are you so nervous? And then somehow that made me, be alive and say, I'm nervous about this test I'm about to take right now, and
Yes,
there we go.
and I love that, it is a great way, guys, like experiment with starting scenes just with an emotion, like not knowing what you're going to say, because it's interesting that when you do that, it becomes obvious what to say because you're already there, you're already in that emotion. So, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Not everything is an Armando where you should be coming on with a premise and all that
Yeah.
to start.
Yeah, 100%.
This is
Yeah, yeah.
this is raw, raw, pure raw.
Charm.
Oh, can I
So
pause there
Time
because I
now,
just
did
want
I
to
count it
clarify something on
wrong?
that.
Oh,
So interesting, because so he says this is my fifth time like doing the exam, and then I
Fifth time,
say,
yeah.
sorry, yeah, fifth time. He says this is my fifth time doing the exam, and then I say, oh, you know what they say, sixth time is a charm, and it's interesting because when you watch it back, it sounds like I'm not listening to him, but I was, and guys, please be careful of this. I was trying to be too smart. So in that statement, my assumption was you're going to fail the fifth time. So sixth time is a charm. But it was too involved of a joke, like, and nobody got it. And it was like after I said it, I was like, you're being too smart for your own good, man. The audience isn't even fucking got it. Like nobody's got it. And then and
Your
then
partner didn't get it either.
my partner didn't get it, as you're gonna see. My partner didn't get it either, yeah.
Yeah, so and again at the beginning of a show I'm always looking for clarity and at one point we'd already said four and then five and then there's six, so I wanted to clarify for myself and the audience what was really happening. Here we go.
What? What
no,
is it?
it's my fifth time.
Well, you know what they say: 6 times a charm. You know.
It's my
So
fifth time now. Did I count it wrong? Oh, I'm an idiot.
Oh.
Okay,
I'm an
pause.
idiot.
Okay, great. So what Ben's done there is the classic make your partner look good. So rather than go, nah, it's my fifth time, he's gone, oh, did I get it wrong? Is it my fifth time because he's heard me say sixth, and then he thinks, oh, she said sixth, but I know it's fifth. But I'm gonna make her look good by just going, oh, did I get that wrong? Is it my fifth? Is it my fifth time? So it's a great example of as well, like be careful of correcting other people on stage. Like make your partner look good and make it part of, oh yeah, that's how fucked up I am. I don't even know what time it is. I don't know if it's the fifth or sixth time, you know. So
Well,
yeah.
that also makes it go forward instead of backwards. So if we've gone backwards and debated how many times it was,
Yes. Yes.
or at best that would be stagnant, right? But we can move forward
Mm-hmm.
by saying, oh, this is new information now. The fact that we have different opinions as to how many times it's
Yes.
been is new information about me and my character, and now we have somewhere to move forward with. And I'm always trying to move forward accidentally as opposed to doing planning because that's
Yeah.
improv as opposed to writing.
Makes me feel better.
All right, you do what you need to do. It's like a preparation, you know, because
Well, Mom put creatine in here and energy enhancer.
Great specificity.
Must love you.
She says she does.
So this audience is super into it. Like you said, oh, she must love you, and she looks down, and the audience assumed that your mother like doesn't love you as a character.
That's
You know, what I
right.
mean, it's just like a very smart audience, you know. And Lindsay, you could see like is eating it up. She's like, oh man, I got him that one. I love this.
Yeah, 100%. And it's kind of interesting again, guys. You don't need dialogue to tell the audience something. So just by the way I turn away, put my head down, the audience can tell, oh, he's sad about something, like to do with his mum, or maybe his mum's not around. And then Ben has seen this straight away and he's picked up on it, and now he's going to make it worse. He's going to heighten it.
Exactly. And especially if you have a longer format that you're forced to do in a shorter amount of time, like you're trying to take any kind of efficiency wins as you can.
Your mom loves you too. She'll be back someday.
Yeah, I don't like to talk about it. You don't have to bring that shit up. You know what I mean?
No.
Like, that's not.
I don't want to bring it up.
Yeah,
you
don't
know?
bring it up. It's
Yeah.
not kosher. You know
Just
what I
like
mean?
you can maybe not make her, the picture on your phone.
Great line.
Yeah, but you know, like,
Your dad always sits by the window.
it's gonna make me stronger. I mean, that's.
Okay, pause.
How long has it been? Like,
And that was
Okay.
Jeff Simmons in the background from the Improv Bandits, like who's got a really dark sense of humor, and I just went really dark there. And he other people like politely laughed, and he's like, ha ha ha.
Yeah, that's funny. I love it when you know someone's laugh. Yeah. And what I love about this little thing here is, I've kind of done an emotional, made it known to the audience, my mum, there's something going on. Ben's saw it, grabbed onto it, heightened it again, brought in another character. So there's a dad sitting by the window. So now there's a little point of interest for the audience. Oh, who's the dad? What's going on? And what I love about that little bit there, and I particularly love this, I don't know why, but I do. He's on his own train, like of thought, and he's going, I sit by the window, and I'm going, it's going to make me stronger, it's going to make me stronger. So it's almost like two inner monologues that are going on, like we're talking past each other, which is like just a really interesting dynamic.
Right, but basically as improvisers pretending not to listen to each other, but we are.
Yeah.
And that's very important for especially like beginner improvisers that see people going, oh, they're not even listening to each other. They tell us to listen to each other all the time, but we're not listening. But they're not listening when I see them on stage. But actually, we're just listening deeply and are so used to doing that we can feign that we're not listening, which is more realistic for
It
people
is
to
more
act like in real
realistic
life.
because people do that all the
Mhm.
time. They'll just start on the same train of thought they were on while somebody's on another train of thought, and they're communicating, but they're kind of talking past each other, which is a real life thing that happens.
Yeah, which we can do later on in the show, but at the beginning, we have to be listening and pretending we're not listening to each other because we're getting new information all the time that the
Yeah.
rest of the show depends on.
Yeah.
10 years.
It's been a while. Yeah.
You
But
are
she's busy.
So
She's
lucky
busy,
that
it's
she's
not me.
busy. You are
Yeah,
so
it's not
lucky
me.
that she's busy.
Yeah, she
My
works out
mom
of
retired when she was 34.
Wow, your mom's like so smart, and she's hot too, bro. Sorry, I shouldn't say that, but she is. Sorry.
Okay.
So
Okay. Yeah.
I just want
Go.
to say real quick there that I loved you doing that, right? And again, another time where dialogue is not needed.
Mm.
My, sure, your line got a laugh, and then my lack of
Yes.
Dialogue, gotta laugh.
Your face. Like, don't say that about mum.
Yes.
You know, like that kind of like,
Yeah.
yeah, totally.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it really, I think it resonated with people because people understand that trope. They understand the trope of the best friend that thinks the mum's hot and that's not cool. You know, like, so there's a trope there, you know.
Right. And then what I'm about to do here is take it personally, not as the
Yes,
trope, like stay
that's
with
right.
my mom, but instead say the fact that you like my mom, what does that say about how I feel about my mom? And here we
Yeah.
go.
I don't need to know about her triathlon times. I don't need to know that she's also a beauty queen. I am just trying to be intellectually as amazing as her.
But
Okay, pause. If there was any doubt about the want in this story, he's clarified it again now, but with another character. So
Mm.
again, we're just straight on this. She's amazing. She's great. You know, I don't want to hear any more about it because she's too good and I'm inadequate and I wish I was that person. I personally love how you gave me the sandwich for some weird fucking reason and then I ate it.
I
That
didn't even
like,
notice that. That's funny.
because you're saying mum's put creatine and all this stuff in it, and then he just goes like this at me, and I'm like, I'm just
That's
gonna fucking
funny.
eat it. So which is great because it's a small detail that shows us that we're believing in what we're doing. If he's gonna hand me a sandwich, of course I'm gonna eat it. I'm not gonna fucking stand there with the sandwich. Like the first thing I'm gonna do is look at it. Oh yeah, that's all right, and eat it. Right.
Yeah.
So again, like just making this world believable, like making it real, you know, and that there's no accidents. So if he does that, it's for a reason, you know. You're
Right.
always
And
as an improviser like expecting that this is on purpose, whatever this thing is, and then
yeah.
doubling down on it. Yeah.
Yeah. And getting back to the point that you just made about my character adding clarity to it, it can be very scary to add clarity because you're afraid that how am I going to get out of this or
Mm,
what do we deal with it? And so
mm,
I was adding clarity that I want to be like her academically and not in other ways. Why that matters, I have no idea, but it adds the specificity and it actually makes the rest of the show easier. But to do it in the moment is very scary. I
yeah.
think my nightmare came true actually in the very next line where, that you give me here. So here we go.
Yes.
why?
Ah.
So here I'm just
Your
staring
face.
at you,
Okay,
and then I say,
pause.
"Oh no!" when you
Yeah,
start.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
yeah,
the worst.
yeah.
Like, so at first you ask me a question I don't know the answer to, so I just stare at you because I know that just if you have no idea what to say, if you just stare at the other person, people will find meaning in it, even if you have no meaning at all.
100%. 100%.
Yeah,
And it's a big question to ask someone in real life. Like if you ask someone why about a big concept like that, they would take a minute. They're not just gonna like blurt something out. They're gonna go, oh, oh. You
yeah,
know,
that
that's
deeper
a
level
natural
question.
reaction. Yeah,
And the only
yeah.
thing harder than not knowing why and needing to know because someone just asked you a few seconds in is having them make you do a song about it in the moment. So I literally just said, "Oh no," out
Yeah.
loud when you did that. So here we
But the
go.
audience loved it. The audience loved it.
Yeah, yeah, that was half for
Why?
them, Mo mostly for them.
Your face.
Oh no.
I think this is one of my favorite songs in the
You
show.
don't have to be your mother's son. Well, I know you
And you
are
haven't,
literally, but
you never even made
you
me
don't have to
answer it. You
be
know,
Yeah, yeah,
number
you just tell me I
one.
don't have to be.
You
yeah.
don't have to
Well, because it's
be your
unsaid.
mother's son.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think there was a part here where you're telling me I don't need to be like her, but the previous song was kind of like that as well. Like you don't need to be like me, or the previous scene. So there's a
Oh,
part of
that
my
no, the
mind.
last song was I'm trying to be nice to you. So that was more an insight to the mother and that was more an insight to the past of at one stage I wasn't nice to you because you're saying don't, you know, stop trying to
Sure,
be nice to me. And then I say, yeah, I am trying to be nice to you. So that was more of an
you're
insight
right.
on that relationship. Now I'm doubling down on the concept of, because we must remember that I said in that first scene, within the first 30 seconds to a minute, I knew already what the story was. So I knew that he's an academic, he wants to be an academic. He's trying to be in the shadow of his mum, but he's really a great musician. And so, again, in a sense, this is the plot side of me that's going, let's keep it on target. This is about you don't have to be your mother's son. This is what this is really about. You can be your own person.
Yeah, and I and
Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say, and I think this the song works in case the theme was a little bit in case there was ever any risk that the theme would be too repetitive from the first one in terms of like a lesson that he had already heard his mom say or something like that. I was thinking like, well, what can I do physically to be moving forward while this is being reinforced to watch him go through the pain of what it's
Yeah.
like to try to be like his mother rather than just saying he wants to be like his mother. I will say that I do have hair, and you'll notice here that it looks like I don't. I definitely
Not this
have
again.
hair. It's so annoying to see my hair collapsed like that. If only I had scruffed it up, but I'll forever be sad
Uh,
about that. And but
yeah,
anyway,
You're
moving on.
trying
it's
to
fine.
be number one. It should be enough that she's still around. But you know where my mum is? Well, I don't. And you don't have to frown, 'cause you got plenty of talent, you know. I've heard you sometimes sing in the quadrangle. Why do you get yourself in such a tangle?
So the
Okay,
music is
I'm pretty
good.
fucking happy with that. Quadrangle and
Yeah,
tangle. Come on.
yeah, really good rhyming, really good music. And what I'm doing here, folks, in case anyone thinks that I'm planning anything, I'm not. I'm just gonna start taking the test. It's probably gonna go wrong. And so
Yeah,
then it
I
went
can
wrong.
guarantee he's not planning anything.
Yeah, and so I'm
Right.
just like making it up, and so then I fail at taking the test. So the first time I take the test and I lose the test, so then I ask someone for a new test, and it's just going to get worse. I always just make it worse and uh make the worse not repetitive, but worse like a higher degree if you can, worse and worse and worse.
And again, just pause there for a sec. So, and again, he doesn't have the privilege of words to heighten this and to double down on this. So he's using his physicality to do it, which he is great at doing. And so the audience is just picking up on the cues. They're projecting onto it, even though Ben has that intention. Oh, I'm doing the test and then I'm doing it again. The audience doesn't need to know that. They just need to see the heightening that's happening in his physicality, and that's exactly what he's doing. And now it's really cool because they've got two focuses, like they can focus on his storyline or they can focus on me playing, so there's a lot going on in this space. And another tip, guys, if you're doing musical improv, if you can have an awesome moment like this where you go, you don't have to be your mother's son, you don't have to be number one. Oh, just pick a monosyllabic word. You will be able to rhyme with it a lot better.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier than orange. And
Yeah,
also, I
yeah.
guess what I do here. So when I was sitting next to you there, like in theory, I could have been starting to take the test in the real space where you were, but probably you're not playing music and singing to me while I'm doing my test. So I'm kind of in another world.
Yeah.
And after I had failed at that test, I think at that point I remembered that I mentioned that the dad always looks out the window.
Okay,
So I was
pause
like,
for a sec. Pause for a sec.
yeah.
Now, this is really, really important, guys. Okay. When we rehearsed this show, we had hard edits. Okay, now a hard edit is when you tell your partner and the audience what's about to happen. So if Ben was doing a hard edits, which by argument he probably couldn't have because he would have been interrupting my song. But if he was doing that, he would say, we cut to the dad at the window, right? And then I would know what's going on. I have no idea that he's the dad at the window in this next section, and I'm still singing to him as if he's the other character. But it becomes clear to me it sort of becomes clear to me who it is. So guys, with great power comes great responsibility. If you're going to use soft edits like that, you just got to be aware that sometimes like your partner's not going to like get, okay, this is a different character. It's fine because it's a song and it's kind of like ephemeral, which is fine, and that's actually, I like it. I like that the stage use of I'm going to be on this side of the stage now, I'm going to bring the audience's attention to that side of the stage. I love that. Just with a caution, guys, soft edits are very hard to do if you don't encapsulate the character and people and your partner knows that it's a different person. Okay, so I'm just
Especially if
going to
it's
put
the
that.
first time seeing that, especially it's the first time seeing that character, which is what it's about to be. And so
Yes,
I think I
yeah,
talked in the last video that if I could do this whole show again, you're always looking to improve each time. Doesn't
yeah,
mean
yeah,
that I
of
hate
course, yeah.
myself for the show, but that whenever I did a character, that I would make them very physically different
Mm,
each time, perhaps with the voice too, but really in the physicality more. So I was, yeah. So I think the audience kind of got it, but it's actually harder when you're on stage to get it than the audience because the audience
that's right. You're not
doesn't have as
saying the
much
full picture.
responsibility and the audience has that physical
Yeah,
picture that the person
yes.
on stage doesn't.
Triangle. Why do you get yourself in
Me taking the
such
test for
a
the second time.
So now I'm going, all right, he's moving over here. It's a time jump or something. No, it's another character. I kind of realized, so I start singing to the audience.
You don't need to be your mother's son.
Yeah, see, I'm still talking to him. Is it him?
You don't need to be number one.
Someday Janice will be back.
Thank God, that's who he is.
Telling my
Oh, I
son.
see. Okay, great. I'm smiling, I'm laughing. I know who you are now.
Someday,
Okay,
I
good.
promise you one day. I shouldn't have chased her off. It must be my fault.
Okay, so we've got exposition in the song now. We need
She's
it.
happier out there, swimming around in that vault of
Okay, love this,
all
where he
that
stands up
that's
here.
happening to her out there. All those texts I get telling me how better much things are. Things are much
This is more of a
better.
rapping
I
way of doing
can't
it.
get anything right in this weather. It's
Here he goes,
raining
up.
every day.
Bang, love
Every
it.
day I look out.
Yeah,
She's
great.
not coming.
She's not coming.
She's
Yeah.
not coming. She's not coming.
She's not coming.
So looking out to the audience, sing along. They're doing it.
What about if you guys were? She's not.
Okay, I take a risk here and I do rounds with the audience. Ben's going, what the fuck's going on? What's she doing? He stays in character though. Yeah, good.
You don't have to be your mother's son. She's not coming. She's not coming. You don't have to be your mother's
And whenever
So,
your character
that's
has nothing else
subject-
to do, start
Object.
packing.
Yeah.
Start packing if you have nothing else to do. Just start packing.
Okay, good. Pause it there for a sec. Okay, so that was a lot. So just the rundown. He moves on stage. I think, oh, this is a time jump. He's going to another time. That's why he's moving. No, he's another character. I'm singing to him. I go, hang on, is that him? And then I'm going, I'm not sure, so I'm going to sing to the audience. Go back to him. Is it him? And then he starts singing, and he does exposition, which is fantastic because now I'm like, right, now we've got a whole load about this guy sitting by the window, and we didn't even have to do a scene. It's just in the song. And it's saving time, and he's doing like a freestyler kind of thing where he's doing exposition, guys. And when you do exposition, don't fucking worry about rhyming. Just get the information out, which is what he did. And I don't know, I'm curious, at that moment, did you realize I didn't know who you were? Is that why you were doing the exposition, or like what?
I think there was part of me that was like, oh, in case people don't know who I am, and I'm also just sitting here, I might as well just be this character. And
Yeah,
then it turned into becoming, it wasn't even a scene like transition, right? I mean, we were different places and different times and different characters,
yeah,
but we moved over slowly to that through the power of the song, and you can't really do that without music. There'd have to be some kind of like for the
yeah.
audience to kind of understand. But I think that the audience
They
definitely
did.
understood that we're in a new place now,
Yeah, from
So
that point, like when you did that exposition, like I was relieved, and the audience was like, "Oh, this is amazing. We've done like almost a montage within the music, so those scenes morphed into each other through the song." And like you said, you can only really do that through music. That's the power of music, to be able to, music takes people more into the abstract mind.
yeah.
So they're able to have that abstraction of, oh, it doesn't matter that we didn't see that seamless kind of, we cut to, that kind of thing, hard edit. And it is a hard edit. That's why it's called a hard edit, because it's heavy handed. We're here, we're
Yeah.
doing this. So there is a beauty in that, in that it's just ephemeral and it just sort of happens like that. So again, it's a powerful way to do stuff, but again, with great power comes great responsibility. Being able to recognize, oh, now it needs the exposition, which you did. And I love that it's just that little hack now. We don't even have to see all that scene. It's just like he's just put it in that verse of the song.
Yeah.
So now we
So
can move on.
So in case the audience is wondering, oh wait, are they going to just ask each other every scene, where should we go next? The very next scene transition is like a morphed thing in music that they've probably never seen before
That's
on
right.
stage. So
Yeah.
it's like we went from the most basic edit, which is where do we go next, guys,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
like now we're in a different universe and
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
happening in the middle of a song. Awesome.
Yeah, totally. And that's what you're going to get with us. I mean, let's be honest.
That's what you get with us.
Yeah, so now we've established that. Now I'm waiting for a cue from you. Are you staying as this character? What's going on? Okay, here we go.
We'll find out.
Hey, boy.
And I go,
Hey,
yeah,
Dad.
okay. I'm that first character.
Been at the window again?
No.
No?
Not anymore.
Really?
I'm going to.
What?
We're making this up as we go along.
Okay, pause. Because he kind of realized that that's not just the character, that's the actor. That's me going, what? You're leaving now. You're leaving now. You're leaving.
Well,
And the
yeah, but
audience
it was
picked up
it was
on
also
too.
the audience too. The audience
yeah.
was like, "What? He's leaving too?" And
Yeah.
if it, in a different show, I had a choice in that moment, where I could have just gone with it, like, "Yep, I'm leaving too," and everybody leaves, this character, and that's just part of the character's world, right? But we had already, broken the fourth wall a little bit,
Yeah.
and
There's too
in
much
some
joy.
way,
There was too much joy there. You could see the audience,
yeah,
just the joy of that,
yeah,
Oh, now he's
exactly.
leaving.
Yeah, now he's
Yeah.
like, what? Like, and I'm like, hey, like, and in some ways it's a compliment, like that they're into the story enough so that
Yeah.
the fact that he says he's leaving is like a big shock to the
Yeah.
audience. Like that's actually a good sign. If what we had before was just a bunch of anything goes,
Yes.
then they'd be like, okay, so he's leaving. Like, who cares? What time is it?
Yeah.
So
And
it was,
again, it's a smart move, okay, because it's already been established he's been sitting in one position for 10 years. So change must happen, and Ben knows this because he loves good fucking change. So at this point, it is a really good instinct to go, right, the audience knows he's been sitting in this one position for 10 years or whatever it is. And then I've doubled down on it. Oh, you've been sitting by the window again. And then you're like, no. Awesome. Now I've got a change point. And now again, like we said, why are we watching this scene? Because this is the day that he stopped sitting at the window, right?
okay. And also if if it was a longer show, we could afford a scene where we just watch the dad and
Yeah.
the son interact while they're
Yeah.
looking for the window. We don't have that time.
No.
What?
We're making this up as we go along.
What do you mean, Dad? What, you're going to find her and bring her back? Is that what you're saying?
Sure.
Dad?
No,
Dad?
boy. Listen, she left. Not
I have
because of
no
you,
idea what
I
I'm
want
about
you
to say here. Listen, here's the thing. I have no idea what's going to come out of my mouth.
Yeah, but it's fine. It's an emotional moment too. So the audience will give you a break. Yeah.
Listen, she left not because of you. I don't want you to think that. Okay?
Well, I kind of didn't think that. What do you mean?
Oh, fuck.
By the way, that is an exact retelling of my parents' divorce when I was 3, where they're like, it's not your fault. I was like, it never occurred to me that it'd be my fault. Is it my fault? Like, why would you say that? Why would I think it's my fault? They were yelling at each
Yeah.
other like since before I was born. Why would it be my fault?
Yeah,
so it's very
totally.
interesting.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so you played my perspective there. It was sweet.
Yeah.
It's my fault. I know it is. I've had a lot of time, about a decade, looking
Yeah.
out the window, and I know one thing,
Mm-hmm.
two things. One is that she probably left because of something that I did. And two,
Uh-huh.
that even if I stuck around, I wouldn't be good enough for you.
No, don't say that,
Don't look at me. Just can you look down there for a second?
Sorry,
Great.
Dad.
I was really starting to to tear up there. Like that was not me pretending. That was not
It
me
was
cracking my
nice. It
voice
was,
like as a
yeah, it was
bit.
really great crack. Love that crack. That's one of my favorite emotional parts of the show is that crack in your voice
Yeah, I
because
was.
it says so much. It says so
y-
much, about the sort
Uh,
of desperation of this guy. Like he just can't fucking get it right, and he knows it must be me. It must be me. It must be me. So yeah,
yeah.
that was great. That was really good.
And just that
And
desperation, of what was happening and what he was about to do to
yes,
his son. It's funny, like things that make me cry are usually like when I'm watching something really sad happen as opposed to me experiencing it. And so it's like I was watching this father leave his son after his
mm,
son had already been left by his mom, and it just got to me. And so
yeah,
I just told
yeah.
you to look down.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, yeah, exactly. What was that about? Because I wanted to ask you about that. It was a good move, but I'm just saying, like, because it's
Oh,
great because what this subtext is saying in these two characters, and I was just thinking this before, they're quite sort of far away from each other, so they don't have a very intimate relationship. And then so
mhm.
he shows this emotion by cracking, and it's like, well, you need to look down now because I can't, like, I don't do emotion, that kind of
It was
relationship.
an extension. It was an extension of that. Like as soon as I'm about to
Yeah,
show emotion, like it's so shameful for me to show emotion that
yeah,
you can't physically look at me while it's
yeah,
happening.
yeah, yeah. Love it. Great subtext.
Um, so I love you a lot, and your mom loves you probably more. Um, so I just can't be here anymore.
Okay, Dad.
Okay. Um, I
Could you show me how to work the microwave?
That was like genius. Like I don't know how you came up with that, but you just did. It was
Well,
so cool.
because I'm in character. Like when I go
Hmm.
in character, I'm fucking in there, and that is exactly what that kid would say because he just eats microwave dinners because this fucker's on the seat all the time waiting for someone to come home. Like so it's like an unspoken. Like I think guys, if you can like channel the character and just like really be in the space of the character, you don't even have to try. You just the character takes over and it just starts saying the shit. That was
Yeah, that's
nothing that
awesome.
was preconceived. It was like this is from the place of this character. This is their life.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
can
I
you take
rewarded I rewarded that dedication to character. I rewarded that with the most contrived line I think I could
No, I
come
love
up
it.
with as a reply, and it was
I
still
love
good.
it.
I'm still happy with it. Here it comes. Let the audience laugh.
if only I knew.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
stupid.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, totally.
And they know the scene's
And
over and they applaud. That's
yeah,
cool.
pause. Okay, and the great thing about that is too, okay, and I just love the object where like fucking door. Like he realizes, oh, there's a door here. I'm going out. I gotta go, right? But what I love is that this just natural for me, and you saw me do it right now. I just always clap when I think something's fucking awesome. Like I just go bang bang. And the
Ah.
awesome thing about that was I did it, and it was the end of the scene, so it looked like it was a clap end. You know how
Oh,
some people
right.
go like that to end the scene. So now we've had transitions that are like. So what should we do? Ephemeral morph. Clap. I mean, it's like we've had like every transition now except for a hard transition.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. All right. So
It's
many
classic.
transitions.
Okay, so
All right.
that's scene two.
That's scene two, I guess. Yeah, wow. That's a lot. Scene two, scene two that morphed into three. And on to like we'll call this one scene four. How's that? Okay,
Okay.
great. And that is scene two and three all morphed together. And wow, I really thought we could do this whole thing maybe in half an hour, but it looks like it would be half an hour per scene. So stick
Told ya.
around if you want to see the next one. Part three is going to be right here on your screen, right there. Click on that box, and we'll see you at the next one. Like and
Okay.
subscribe in the
See you there.
meantime.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.